Hello everyone and welcome to Math 1314 Section 081. My name is Terry Barnes and I'll be helping you along the journey for this online course. Please note that the announcements are here and you should check that frequently. There'll be one at least every weekend for the following week, just saying this is where we are. Here is your content. It's pretty organized just for what you need for the course. And across here on this tab is easy access to your homework, your test, your grade book, and that sort of thing. So let's go through each piece of the content and make sure we know what's there. First thing let's look at is the instructor plan. This is your syllabus. We'll go over that. So here is our instructor plan, and we're just going to kind of go through it briefly, not read all of it, although you should go over all of it. So when you come down here, here is my instructor information, phone, office location, conference times for students, that's important, 7:30 to 8 a.m. both Tuesday and Thursday, and then on Tuesdays I'm in the office from 1 to 5. If you need to Zoom by request, we can do that as well. There is no required hard copy text. You get an electronic text included with your tuition, so you already have that. You do need an 83, 80, or 84 graphing calculator. If you have a different kind and you're familiar with it and it works, then that's fine. I don't teach to that one. All right, then we move down here. Please read through this course attendance participation guideline. It's got some important information. So you definitely need to be reflected as present, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Course outline, grading. So my course is graded, is divided into homework, tests, and final exam. Your homework counts 30% of your total average. Tests count 50% of your final average, and the final exam is 20%. Now, homework you can do over and over again till you get the grade that you like, which hopefully is 100. So we'll talk about that as we get to the homework, but there's plenty of opportunity to do well on the homework test. You get 2 tries at each chapter test. The higher of the 2 counts in your grade. The final exam, you get 1 shot at it, so you want to prepare for that, and it does count 20% of your average. Attendance for this online course is about participation. So you should have activity, either a homework or a test, each week. You should work on something each week. And I will run a report on Sundays to determine activity in the previous week. Any week in which you don't log work will count as an absence, and you're allowed 4 weeks of inactivity before you could be dropped. And you'll receive an email if you're on that inactivity report. So easy to stay off of that. Just do something each week. So that's a quick overview of the syllabus. So let's go down to schedule and office hours. We already went through that. Calendar, let's look at the calendar. So the calendar is a suggested calendar. So in other words, I've kind of divided it up, but everything is available day 1. It is all due at the end of the course. So if in week 2 you decide you want to do all of this stuff, that's great. If in week 2 you only get to work on 1.3, that doesn't hurt you either. As long as you're working on something every week, you'll be present. You just don't want to leave all of it to do at the very end. So this is just a suggested calendar. All right, handouts, we're going to skip. Let's look, contact info. That just has, again, my office number in the math building and my phone number and my email. So that's there if you need that. Let's look at handouts. The first one is called the yellow packet, and in that are lots of formulas, how-tos, something that would be very helpful to have out when you're doing homework or when you're working on a test. It would be a great reference. Calculator things, lots of information. I think I would probably print that or have that available to yourself. If you are using a TI Nspire, there's also TI Nspire help for you, so you might look at that. Okay, let's go back. Now, calculator help. There are some phone apps for calculator if you don't own one. So let's see if this is the right one. So this is it. So if it's an Android, you can go to the Google Play Store. This is a great one. On the iPhone, it's either this one or this one, Graph Calc 83, I think. So they're both good, and they shouldn't, I don't think the Android one cost anything. I'm not sure about iPhone. So that would work as well. So then also there are some calculator worksheets and videos and an exam review video. There is a test over the calculator. So these items would be worthwhile to prep for that. So that's all under calculator help. So I would definitely give those a look. All right, this tab is the really, really important one. Everything in my course is set up in problem sets, lecture notes, lecture videos, something for every section we cover. So if we go to problem sets and go to chapter 1 and 2, we cover 2 sections in chapter 1. So let's go here. And here is the problem set that is just practice that you would do if you were in the course in face-to-face. We would do this together in prep for your homework. So there are 12 questions, and we would go over all of that. But let's go back and go to the lecture notes. So here are the lecture notes, and we'll hit chapter 1 and 2. We'll go to 1.3, and you see there's some notes, information, concepts that I would go over in class or go over here. And then we get to those same problems, except now they're worked. And if it requires graphing, I've put some other things over there. So all of that work is there, and we go through all of those. So that would be your next step to prep. And then we'll go back and we'll look at the videos. So we go back here, and now we'll look at the videos. And they're in my YouTube channel. So if we hit chapter 1 and 2 playlist, there's 1.3. And you can watch the video, and it is me going over the notes and then working on the problems. So you have problem set, lecture notes, and video for every section, and that work will get you ready for the homework that does count as a grade. This is all prep work. So let me go back. So I think we've covered pretty much everything. Final exam review, we'll talk about that as we get closer to the final exam. Up here is where you'll do your homework. So if we click on that, you see all of your items are here, and they're all due May 7th at 8 a.m. May 7th, 8 a.m. This tells you the time limit for the test. You have 90 minutes on the calculator test. You have 2 hours on the chapter test, except for you get 2.5. It's a little bit longer. And you get 2.5 hours on the final. You get 2 tries on all of the chapter tests. You have an infinite number of tries on the calculator test. And then you have 1 try on the final exam. We are going to look at the 1.3. And we'll click on question 1. And it wants you to write this in a particular notation, and you put that there. And if you need anything down here, there's all kinds of icons, whether it's an ordered pair, whether it's a matrix, you know, anything you need is down here. So you would do that. And I'm just going to put some gibberish there and check my answer. It says that's incorrect, and it gives you a hint. We'll go back, we'll check it again. That's your second try. And final check, it says the correct answer was this. This is what I answered, and so there you go. Then at that point, you could get a similar question and redo it, or you can move on. So you get 3 tries at every question. So I think that tells you about the homework. And for the test, just note these flags tell you that you must pass all the homework leading up to the test, or you can't open the test. So you have to score a 70. And then when you open up the test, it is timed, and you go from there. I think that gives you a quick overview of the course. If you need me, contact me. I am here to help you and guide you through this journey. Good luck, and I look forward to working with you.